बहुत शुक्रिया, धन्यवाद मिस्टर सिंह। और जैसा कि आपने कहा कि जो मध्य प्रदेश आएगा वो उसका मोह नहीं छोड़ पाएगा, तो हम सब कोशिश करेंगे मध्य प्रदेश पहुंचने की और उस खूबसूरत स्टेट को देखने की, समझने की। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, थैंक यू सो मच, बिकॉज दिस वाज अ वेरी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव ओवरव्यू ऑफ मध्य प्रदेश's fast evolving infrastructure, industrial ecosystem, and I think the presentation it gave us a lot of understanding about the vast potential Madhya Pradesh holds across industries. Thank you so much, sir. A big hand of applause for this amazing presentation. Thank you so much. Tourism in Madhya Pradesh is not just an experience, it's an emotion rooted in culture, nature and history. Tourism यानी इसमें एक जज्बा, एक जोश और इतिहास जो मध्य प्रदेश ने रचा है। I wish to call upon Mr. Shiv Shekhar Shukla ji, IAS, Principal Secretary, Department of Tourism, Government of Madhya Pradesh. There will be a presentation to witness the state's immense tourism potential and a video. May I request Mr. Shukla? Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Thank you. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you very much. परम सम्मानीय माननीय मुख्यमंत्री महोदय, परम सम्मानीय मंच, all the respected dignitaries who have taken out time today to be present here and be with us to understand what Madhya Pradesh is all about. I welcome all of you to this session from the very heart of incredible India, Madhya Pradesh. I'll start my presentation with a small AV, which will give you a snapshot of what Madhya Pradesh has to offer.
When I open my eyes to a day of glee, nature's abode is where I want to be. Enchanted by its scenic charms, I desire to bask in its blissful arms. When the going gets tough and triumph upholds, I wish to rejoice my victories amidst the brave and the bold. The adventure then unveils, and to the courageous roars and soaring hopes, I bow down and hail. For the times when the spirit is at peace, I seek the divine, and uncertainty I seize. Purity. Power. Passion and pleasure. The feelings that reside within are all I want to treasure. Beauty, adventure, peace and culture are my inner call.
थोड़ा कल्पना कीजिए, ओनली इमेजिनेशन। फिर बोलते समझ गए तो आठ, नहीं समझे तो मोड़ा नाट। आप लोग घूम रहे भेड़ा खा।
I am the heart, and I desire it all. मध्य प्रदेश, सब कुछ जो दिल चाहे।
So a lot has been said in this particular AV. The context was set by my colleague, Mr. Raghavan Singh. And we are so eager to hear our Honorable Chief Minister to address you. I'll be very brief and crisp in making this presentation. We are the very heart of incredible India, and we are a state of history and heritage. As you can see that we have got more than 800 heritage sites which are under conservation with the state government or the central government agency ASI. We are home to 18 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. I'm sorry for this inadvertent mistake. Our heritage sites are increasing so fast that we are not able to keep pace in the presentation. These are not 14, these are 18 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, which are 1/4 of the total number of World Heritage Sites in the country. We have Gwalior, which is also UNESCO Creative City of Music, being the place of Dhrupad, being the place of all music lovers internationally. Our Bhopal is also being considered for under the category of Creative City of Literature with UNESCO. As you all know that Madhya Pradesh has got many medieval towns which transport you to that era when you go to these places like Mandu, Orcha, Chanderi, Burhanpur, Khajuraho, etc. We have got ancient cities. One of the most ancient city in the country, one is Ujjaini, another is Kashi. We boast of having Ujjaini in Madhya Pradesh, the place of Lord Mahakal, and also the place from where Honorable CM comes. We also had footprints of Lord Rama when he spent most of his exile in Chitrakoot, and he traversed the entire length and breadth of the state while in the exile. So these are a couple of photographs. So when it comes to nature, greenery, we are very blessed to have 1/3 of our area under forest cover. Since the wilderness is so good, we have got throbbing wildlife as well. We have got 12 national parks, 9 tiger reserves, and 3 biosphere reserves in the state, which are highest in the country in any state. We are called tiger state, cheetah state, leopard state, and whatnot. All kinds of big cats are ready there to meet you, to greet you, and to shake hands with you. We are also home to Ma Narmada, which is one of the oldest river on the planet Earth, and because of we are also home to the only hill station of central India, which is Pachmari. As you can see that some of our tiger reserves are world popular, and these are also the places where you get best of the hospitality infrastructure in place, more than 60, 70 or 80, 90 resorts of the best world-class quality. Under the leadership of Honorable CM, recently 2 more tiger reserves have been added. One is Ratapani, which is just adjacent to Bhopal, just 15 kilometers from Bhopal. So if you come to Bhopal, you can go and handshake with the tiger just around the city. Sometimes they come and meet us very often. They find it very homely being in Bhopal. And similarly, another national park is Madhav National Park in the Gwalior region. There are many more which are coming up. This is being done with a very clear intention of decrowding and decentralizing that tourism which is happening, which is growing in the state. When it comes to culture and religion, of course, you all know that we are home to 2 Jyotirlingas. Lord Mahakalji, Lord Omkareshwarji is there to bless us. We are also home to 3 Shaktipeeths, as I said, Chitrakoot, Ujjaini, and also Adi Guru Shankaracharya. It is the place of Guru of Adi Shankaracharya, Omkareshwar, and Honorable CM has recently launched a huge project of more than 2,200 crores to commemorate the contribution of Adi Shankaracharya. Because of him, today Sanatan is what Sanatan is, and country is what country is. So we are there to commemorate his memory by creating an international standard museum on Vedanta and Advaita, and also an international institution there to carry on courses related to Vedanta. So other religions also find place there. The biggest mosque of Asia is in Bhopal, Tajul Masajid. Bohras find their most sacred place, one of the most sacred places in Burhanpur. So there are a number of series of Jain temples around the state. Sanchi, you all know, is a great Buddhist place, which is also UNESCO World Heritage Site. We are a state full of festivals. Every nook and corner of the state is celebrating some festival or the other around the year. And we, as a huge state, are divided into 5 cultural zones, distinct zones with distinct culture, distinct language, distinct cuisine, way of living, habitat, everything different. You crisscross the state, move 100 kilometers, you find the new way of living in Madhya Pradesh. There's so much of variety. We are also home to 7 major tribes and 45 sub-tribes, and we are blessed to have retained their original flavor and their original culture. We are very consciously preserving all their art forms in the purest way. We are also home to, you all know, ladies here would know especially Chanderi saris, Maheshwari saris, bark print, which are all world famous. This is our textile handicraft, which is world famous. Similarly, we also are a place where you find Gond, Bhil paintings, Manna paintings, Pithora art, which is recognized world over. So in tourism, we are trying to decentralize tourism and creating 50 new destinations around the state. And we are trying to create more and more infrastructure and amenities around our cultural and religious destinations. If you recall, a couple of, just 2 years ago, Honorable Prime Minister inaugurated Mahakal Lok in Ujjain, and since then it has seen a steep surge in the tourist footfall there. More than 2 lakh devotees, they visit every day Lord Mahakal. In year 2024, more than 7 crores visited Ujjain only. And so is the case with other religious places as well. So all the investors, it should be very interesting for them to know that this cultural rejuvenation which is happening there is also matched by efforts from the government to create right kind of infrastructure in place. Like we said, as an example, Mahakal Lok we have created. We are working in water and cruise tourism areas, creating new tourism products, leveraging the huge water bodies and also River Narmada to have luxury, ultra luxury cruises run on them. You can see this slide, which is very interesting for the investors. You can see post-COVID, there's a more than 20% year-on-year basis increase in the tourist footfall in Madhya Pradesh. More than 13 crore visited in 2024, and this trend is going to continue in near future. As regards international tourist arrivals, of course, the numbers are not that great, but we are striving very hard, and with all your help, we'll be able to cross that barrier also. Top 6 destinations of Madhya Pradesh are religious destinations, as you can see in this slide: Ujjain, Maihar, Chitrakoot, Indore, and Amarkantak. And every place you see that there is an increase from 23 to 24 in the tourist footfall. We have got one of the best benchmarked investment policy in place to help investors to come and invest in the tourism and hospitality sector. There are more than 16 kind of projects identified. You name the project and it is there. It's not only hotels and resorts, it's much more than that. All kinds of experiences, cruise, seaplanes, hot air balloons, whatnot. Everything is covered in the policy, and we give very handsome incentives if you want to come and invest over there. So we have got a very good online portal based system of giving permissions. And Madhya Pradesh is one of those rare states which, under the leadership of Honorable CM, has laid down 18 policies in last 6 months, and the basic underlying principle of all these policies is ease of doing business. As an example, if you want to set up a hotel in any part of India, you need to take 25 to 30 permissions at least. But in Madhya Pradesh, we have slashed them down to 10 and also brought them to Right to Guarantee Act, where the permissions are deemed to be given you through the portal. You need not run helter-skelter for any kind of NOCs or permissions. Subsidies, that's cake, icing on the cake, 15% to 50% on your capital investment, waiting there to be tapped. And the maximum ceiling goes right to 90 crore. And for bigger projects, ultra mega projects we call them, more than 100 CR Indian rupee investment, there is no bidding. We lay a red carpet for you and we do all kinds of hand holding. You select a piece of land or you take a piece of land which we are offering at a very concessional rate. You invest, create a property, and you get that kind of a subsidy, which is around 30%, plus many, many more additional incentives with that. We are foraying into golf tourism. There again, a very bold initiative has been taken. 10% of the area of the reserve for golf tourism, an investor can use it for real estate purposes as well to optimize the returns. I won't go into the details. You can find it from our website, download it. There are many opportunities that are ready to go. Number of land parcels are already there on our website. You can see with the help of the website, the GIS locations. You can see yourself or you can take our help. We are out with our bidding very often. There is one bid already live for a PPP project in the MICE sector in Bhopal itself. There is one Aerocity which is about to come near Indore Airport. There are going to be a number of land parcels reserved for hospitality sector there. Similarly in Ujjain also, because as you all know, 28 we are going to host Singhast in Ujjain, and the kind of footfall we are expecting is anybody's guess. And for that we are preparing ourselves right away, and this is the golden opportunity for you to come and invest in Ujjain or around. These are some of the brands. You name the brand, they are there. Madhya Pradesh is a hot favorite amongst all the big brands now. We are also hot favorite for the filmmakers. All of you who are film buffs or hooked on to OTT web series, you must be noticing that our Honorable CM's name appears on the screen very often. Any new film comes and you see that it is being made in Madhya Pradesh. All these Stree 1, Stree 2, Lapata Ladies, and recent one, Homebound, which was awarded in Cannes. They're all made in Madhya Pradesh. All seasons of Panchayat, Gullak, everything is being made in Madhya Pradesh. They are lined up because of very good environment and a lot of incentives and also proactive support and facilitation by the government. We have been awarded most film-friendly state, not once, twice by Government of India. These are kind of the incentives. Again, I am saying these financial incentives are just icing on the cake. We also have many, interesting projects happening there in the adventure tourism arena in the state around the year. We are also doing responsible tourism, which is very, very finding a lot of traction, especially amongst the foreign travelers. We have created beautiful homestays in the rural areas with the help of the community, and we have created a very fine model of community-based tourism. And there we promote the community to host their guests over there, and the benefits of tourism directly percolates down to the villagers and the tribals who create these homestays with the help of the state government. These are the kind of beautiful, ethnic and very comfortable, hygienic homestays being created around the state. More than 1,000 are going to be created, 250 are already operational. I suggest whenever you visit any part of Madhya Pradesh, please look out on our website and do visit at least for one day and be with the community and enjoy their hospitality over there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Shukla. Thank you so much for such an inspiring glimpse into Madhya Pradesh's tourism treasures and future possibilities. This was amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, now we come to the technology side. Technology is a driving force behind modern development, and Madhya Pradesh is embracing it with a vision for the future. To share on this, may I now invite Mr. Sanjay Dubey, Additional Chief Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Government of Madhya Pradesh.
First slide. A very good evening to each one of you. Honorable Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, and the chief guest of today's evening, Dr. Mohan Yadav ji, the Consul General for Dubai, Government of India, Mr. Satish Sivan ji, Mr. Vasu ji, Mr. Chaturvedi ji, my colleagues, Mr. Raghben Singh ji, Shiv Shekhar Shukla ji, Elia Raja ji, Sudham Khade ji, honorable guests on the dais and off the dais. You have been hearing us for last 2 days and you might have got bored, but here is a time that we want to intersperse with what makes Madhya Pradesh a destination and what should be the process of you before you think of making any investment in any part of the world. You would see that over the period of time, I'm here to convince you why Madhya Pradesh is your destination if you are considering any investment in technology or anything which is related to technology. If you would notice that India over the years have shown tremendous progress in technology sector. We have 700 million transactions happening on a per day basis through UPI. No other country can boast of this, and rather forget about countries, even the continents put together are not able to have that kind of a digital transformation that has been witnessed by government of Madhya Pradesh, by government of India and by the citizens of India. We are ranked as 4th in AI Development Index. We have 10 million square feet of leased space. That is a trend that is happening for all kinds of technology related companies. We have about 10% of contribution in GDP through the tech sector. We have more than 5.5 million tech employees over the different locations in India. We have more than 31,000 tech startups having a valuation of $70 billion. We have already 1,900 GCCs in India, and there is a study which says that by 2030 there will be more than 2,500 GCCs. So much so that there are companies who don't have any operation in India, but they have their GCC operations being governed from India. One of such example is Delta Airline, which does not operate from India, but they have a GCC in Bangalore operating from Bangalore for the world. So that is a kind of capability that has been developed over the years by technocrats, by people like you, by people like us. And we are now focused on mid-sized GCC who are now looking forward for other opportunities to come in. With this kind of a vibrant tech sector, there is nothing better place to be in than being in India. If you look at these numbers that I have shown you, they were all because of 4 or 5 cities, which is essentially Delhi, Mumbai, Gurgaon, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad and Kolkata. But that is not all. The next wave of technological development is happening all across the country, and these are spread along the coast as well as in the center, and Madhya Pradesh has 2 of such cities, Indore and Bhopal. And when we talk about Indore, I am talking about Indore metropolitan region, which includes Ujjain, from where our Honorable Chief Minister comes, and also Bhopal, where you probably would be aware of that it is our capital. These are the 2 cities which are leading us to the wave of having the investments in the technology sector. Why it is important to consider these cities? If you see some of these bigger cities which are now booming with the technological startups are looking at spreading their wings to other cities for a simple reason that now the cost of operations have gone up substantially to the level of 30 to 35%, and there is increase in real estate value of about 60 to 70%. If you see from the point of view of the attrition, because that is one of the biggest pain point for IT industry, it is a substantial 15 to 20% of attrition per year basis in these towns, while if you compare the same thing within the cities like Indore or Bhopal, you would realize that you are very comfortable both on the counts of cost of operations as well as talent acquisition and retention. And to tell you the truth, about 15% of these tech enabled personnel who are serving in the tier 1 cities are essentially from towns like Indore and Bhopal, and that is what makes anyone to take and consider a decision to invest in Indore and Bhopal like towns. If you talk about infrastructure, it takes about 1 hour for you to traverse about 5 kilometers in Bangalore during a working hours, while it takes less than 15 minutes to go from one place to another anywhere in Bhopal or Indore towns. This is a kind of transportation hazard that you have to experience in some of the towns in India. If you talk about AQI index, you would realize that Bhopal and Indore would be ranging somewhere around 40 to 50, while there will be cities like NCR region which will be having about 400 to 500 AQI at point of time. If you look at infrastructure in terms of water supply, in terms of transportation activities, you would realize that Tier 1 cities have challenges. We don't say that you not have to spend or invest in those cities, but if you are looking to expand your business and looking for another locations, then it is Madhya Pradesh, it is Indore or Bhopal that you should be careful about, and you have to have a considered view of that. You have to evaluate that because of the ease that you would find both for the employee as well as for the employer. And on top of it, there are humongous amount of incentives that are being offered by government of Madhya Pradesh. You would see very soon in some of the policies that we have brought out. My colleagues have already spoken about it, that there are about 18 policies that we brought out under the able leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, where he insisted and literally cajoled us to come out with these policies to make it attractive enough for anybody who is interested in making investment, that it is very, very difficult to actually avoid Madhya Pradesh for not making the investment. Tier 2 cities now, and when I was talking about this, there are Tier 2 cities which is more than 20 lakh total graduates, 7,000 plus startups, 80 SEZs in these places, and these are just the numbers of some of the cities, out of which 15% is approximately being contributed as a tech talent from these towns. And this is the story from Tier 1 cities to Tier 2 cities. But why Madhya Pradesh? When you have to consider Tier 2 cities, why Madhya Pradesh is the question that you have to answer. And this is where I would take you to, that we have 5 IT ICZs, we have 15 IT parks which are especially dedicated to it. These are government IT parks, but we have multiple such parks in private sector. There are more than 50 plus large IT companies, more than 3,000 colleges who are churning out 50,000 plus tech graduates, and we are home to IIT, IITDM, IIM and AIMS. We have multiple tech focused policies, and I'm there to explain it to them. And the best part of it, that we have 24/7 reliable power. And it is not only reliable power, it is also a green power, which is now the requirement for data centers. It is a requirement for IT exports, and we certify that molecule to molecule, electron to electron, that we as a state are able to supply a green power to any industry that requires. We are very fortunate to have a combination of hydel power, solar power, wind power and biomass put together. We are here to certify that in case you need to have a green power for your business, we will be in position to supply it to you. And it is a melting pot for all cultures. So you would have Gujaratis, you would have Marwadis, you would have Uttar Pradeshi, you would have Biharis, you would have Madrasis, you would have all kinds of people coming in, and they would find Madhya Pradesh as a home, because that is a culture that we have nurtured over the period of time. I just want to compare some of the items that you would like to consider when you are making a decision for making the investment. So if you talk about the rentals that would be available in towns like Indore and Bhopal, it is way below, less than 1/3 in some of the cases, whereby it is 55 rupees per square feet of a rental per month, as compared to 225 of Mumbai, 150 odd for Bengaluru, 175 for New Delhi. If you talk about cost of living index, again, we fare fairly good, better than most of the cities and most of the towns that you would have. It is pegged at around 18.75 compared to 25, 23 or even up to more number. If you talk about pollution index, I mentioned it very briefly, but here also the pollution index is far, far lower than any other city, and similarly is the traffic commute index, whereby we fare fairly well against any of the parameters. And if you have to consider making investment into these regions, you cannot forego other than these criteria, because you can operate from anywhere, but if you have to employ people, they will consider these things before doing this. And when we say that, okay, fine, you are comparing tier 1 cities with tier 2 cities, how is it that they will be comparable? So I have done the comparison of tier 2 cities also. If you see the parameters, whether it is capital cost per square feet, rental cost, natural disaster risk, labor risk, public transport score, cost of living, policy incentives, commute time, IT companies presence, everywhere you will find Bhopal and Indore are in green. Compare it with other states. They are either yellow or red, deep red. I am saying that forget about tier 1, we are far, far better than even amongst tier 2 cities when you compare on any parameters that you will be evaluating while you are making a decision of making the investment in any of these sectors. So this is what an employee will look for, this is what an employer will look for the benefit of the people, for retention of their persons, for ensuring that anybody who visits that feels homely at it. But this is not all. You have these benefits, but what about the other parts that you would talk about? What are the other frontiers that you have? Is there any policy addressing your needs? So we have full bouquet of policies. So we have a drone policy, we have a semiconductor policy, we have MP IT ITES policy which covers ESDM, we have MP audio visual gaming and cartooning with extended reality policy, we have MP global capability center policy, and these are targeted policies. And the reason why we have created out these policies, because we are focused, very, very focused onto the requirement of a particular industry. It is no more a single identical IT ITES industry. It is actually a combination of multiple requirements for each sector within the IT ITES policy, and that is what we have tried addressing it. To give you a glimpse of what the MPGCC policy talks about, it talks about the capital subsidy that we provide either in the capex or in rental assistance, even in quality of certifications. We have provisions for skilling and reskilling, for ensuring that the talent that is there is actually being retrained. And we also have a payroll subsidy. So if a person who is working in Bangalore wants to translocate to work in Indore and Bhopal, we pay 1 lakh rupees per month per employee for translocation, just to make sure that all those people who want to come back to their homeland and start working here, we will be encouraging the employer as well as the employee. And talk about AI, talk about COE, talk about cyber security, R&D support, all is provided for in the policy, specifically targeting at the GCC requirement that anybody would like to have. If you talk about AVGC policy, it has a different set of incentives that we have given to it. So we have a provision for AVGC Media Park having 200 crores with 75 acres of land available wherever you need to have it, to create an ecosystem to ensure that not only production but the post-production and pre-production can also happen within the Madhya Pradesh. If you talk about the incentives for capex, skill development, that is provided for in AVGC policy. You have scholarships for the students. We want to catch them young. All those who have a creative skill and bent of mind, they will be picked up and will be trained into these labs and then will be transferred to the COEs. You talk about different other initiatives that are required to be done. There is industry-led training with the academia to ensure that the students are there who are actually getting trained on the softwares, onto the live projects, to make sure that they are not having a bookish knowledge, but they have a practical knowledge when they come out of these colleges. When we talk about drone policy, we are concentrating right from manufacturing to communication to navigation and even to the R&D, including the anti-drone technology. And you would be very happy to note that we have already started some of these defense grade manufactured drones from within Madhya Pradesh, and they are now being exported out of Madhya Pradesh because of this policy that we have brought in. Again, there is a lot of incentives that we have given. Drone enabled e-governance. We are not only looking at manufacturing a drone, we are also looking at drone-enabled services. We will be the first state. We are in the process of creating data repository for the drone images, and it would be made freely available for anybody who wants to use these images for doing analysis, for doing AI analytics, for doing R&D. So that is the kind of support that the government is willing to provide, and we have created the SOP for the quality of the images that would be preserved in these places. We have complete courses on manufacturing, data analysis and imagery. We have created COEs with the institutions and with the industry. We have incorporated AI and analysis imagery into it, and we are providing drone-enabled services. Semiconductor policy, right from designing to the actual manufacturing, there are incentives that we are giving. So anybody, and these are the incentives which are on top of the government of India giving it. So it is the state government in addition to what the government of India is offering. So practically, if you are setting up a semiconductor manufacturing facility, you get paid 50% by the government of India and 25% by the government of Madhya Pradesh. So practically you are getting back your 75% of your investment when you are making this investment in Madhya Pradesh. Each one of you, whenever you are thinking about it, you always talk about, okay, so what? Ease of living, fine enough, but I am a businessman. Where is an ROI for my investment? So this is a slide that you have to look at. Even if you have been sleeping over the time, this is where you have to be awake. If you make an investment of 100 crore, you get back 45 crores as an incentive, as a subsidy given by Madhya Pradesh government. And I'm only talking about Madhya Pradesh government. If you make an investment of 100 crore in AVGC, you get back 48 crores as a subsidy from government of Madhya Pradesh. If you make investment of 100 crores, you get back 34 crores in drone and drone related technology sphere. If you make 100 crores of investment, you get 38 crores back from government of Madhya Pradesh and 50 crores back from government of India. 88 crores of recovery of your investment in semiconductor is unheard of if you have to establish your business into it. If you make investment in IT, ITS policies, then you have 30 crores.